Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to be making our woven part of the birdhouse this week. When we get done, it'll look similar to this, where you have the little weaving strips. So I'll go over real quick how you make the strips again. If you didn't watch the video for the other project that we did. So all you would do is take construction paper and you would just put the ruler up by the construction paper like this, if you had a whole piece, and then you would just make a line and then just cut it. And so you just want it about the width of a ruler. Okay, that's pretty good. Or sometimes you might want it a little thinner. So just as long as you have some strips, then you should be good with this project. You also want a ruler just in case you need to make your strips. I've got way too many here, but these are some strips. You're going to need a glue stick. You're going to need your bird that you made last week. You may want to go ahead and cut it out. You're going to need your birdhouse that you made, something to write with, scissors, and then if you do happen to have any yarn and tape at your house, it would just be added at the end just for, so you could hang it up. If you don't, it's no big deal. But if you do, I'll show you how to do that at the end. So what you're going to do first is you're going to fold your birdhouse in half. So if you, even if you have the roof already on, just go ahead and fold it in half, okay? Try to get it as close to half as you can. So just kind of line up the edges, okay? And then you just press with your fingers like this. And then what you're gonna wanna do, because we're gonna be making cuts in our paper, okay? But you need to make cuts on the folded part. So on the part that's open, please pay attention to this because this is really important and you only have one birdhouse. On the part that's open is where you're gonna put your ruler, okay? So line up your ruler with the part that's open, not the part that's closed, okay? So line it up, get your pencil or whatever you have to write with. So line up your ruler and then you're just gonna make a line across. You only need to make it up to where your roof is. So like my roof is right here. So I actually didn't need to go that far. And so what you're gonna do is you're just going to do lines. Leave some space in between the lines, okay? Actually, you know what? I made a mistake. Those are not the lines you need to make. You need to make the lines this way. I'm sorry. So scratch that. So the lines go from this line, the ruler line, down to the edge that's together. Okay, sorry. If you want to use a ruler, you'll get straighter lines, but just make sure there's some space. And we'll do one more here. So again, just to reiterate, line up your ruler with the edge that is folded, okay? Make your line with the ruler just as far as you get to the roof, if you've done the roof already, okay? And then scratch that, sorry about that. You're gonna take it and you're gonna do lines from that ruler line down to the edge that's folded, okay? With whatever pencil, utensil, or writing utensil you have, okay? So that's the first part. Then what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your scissors, okay? This is another important part. Do not cut along the edge that opens, okay? Otherwise you'll split this in half and that's not what you wanna do. So you made your lines to the edge here that's folded. So you're gonna cut from the folded line just to your ruler line that you made, okay? So just on the lines that you made, you're gonna cut from the folded part to the ruler line. So just cut along all of your lines, okay? And again, don't go past where your roof is or you're gonna put slits in your roof and then it's gonna look weird. You don't want that, okay? So there's my lines. This is called our loom, okay? The loom is what we're going to weave on, okay? So if they do if they make rugs or something like that, their looms are usually made of like wood, okay? But our looms are made of paper, okay? So then you're gonna take probably like 4 or 5 strips. Mine doesn't look too long, so I'll probably actually, I may not even need 4. I just need like 3. And I think I'm gonna make mine a little thinner because otherwise they're probably not gonna fit. So if you want, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these in half just so they're thinner. And I may be able to fit 4 if they're thin like this, okay? So just cut them. Like I said, as long as you have your strips, if they're too wide, you're not gonna be able to fit that many. So it doesn't matter if you start over or under, okay? What matters is that the one that you do next to it is the opposite. So I'm gonna start over my first little thing here, and then it goes, see where they open up like that? It goes under the next one, and then it goes over the next one, and then under, and then over. Oops, I have 2 of these, don't I? And then under, and then over, under, over, under, okay? And when you're doing it, push it all the way to the edge, okay, as far as it'll go, okay, like that. And then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna glue the ends just so it doesn't move. You can worry about trimming it later. You don't have to worry about trimming it right now, just so you can get the weaving part done. But just glue it on both ends. So add some glue underneath both ends, okay? And then this is the really important part. The second one that you do is gonna be the opposite. So this one started over, so the next one needs to start under, okay? So under, then over, then under, then over, under, over, under, over, under, over, okay? And what you can do is, like, I have, mine will lift up a little bit, so I'm just gonna like put it underneath there, add a little bit of glue to the end, okay? If I can do it. Add just a little bit of glue here, and then glue it down. Okay, remember, try to scoot it over as far as it'll go, and then glue it on the back. So lift it up, add a little glue, and again, we'll worry about trimming it at the end, okay? So then you're gonna take the next one. So I might, since I've got a little bit of room, I may use a bigger one here in the middle. So again, you're gonna do the opposite. I did under first here, so the next one's gonna start over. It has to start the opposite of what you just did, okay? So then I did over, under, over, under, over, under, and it gets a little tricky when you get towards the end because it's hard to kind of move it through here. You kind of have to like wiggle it a little bit, but you can get it over, under. Okay, so then I've got that. So again, glue the ends here. Okay, so glue here, flip it over, glue the end here. And I should have enough for one more, but it's gonna have to be, yeah, I think so. It's gonna have to be pretty skinny, okay? So I'm gonna do one, let's do a black one. I'm gonna do it pretty skinny. So you might have to like really, you know, make it thin if you don't have a lot of room at the end. Or you can just leave it and have 3, but it looks a little undone if there's still some space there. So I wanna finish it. So since this one was over, I'm gonna do under, okay? And again, like I said, you have to kind of wiggle it a little bit because it gets kind of hard at the end here. So I'll do under, over, under, and you can also slide it at the end. It'll help too. Over, and then we've got under, over. Let's see, it gets a little tricky. Under, over, under, and we've got the last one that is, oops, let's see, oops, sorry, I tore it a little bit, is over. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna fold it back a little bit, add a little bit of glue there, okay, and glue it down, okay, and then flip it over and just glue down the black here. Okay, Okay, so now I've got my woven part. Okay, you see how it's woven? So now I can go and trim these just so it looks, you know, neater. Just trim the ends like that, okay? And then all you have to do after that is just, you can add your bird wherever you want to add it, okay? Sometimes people add it like at the top, or you can add it on the side. Wherever you want to add it, just add a little glue. Glue your bird down, okay, like that. And then if you have string and you want to do it, all you're going to do is just cut some string. It doesn't need to be that long, like about this length. Okay, about the length of a ruler is probably fine. Let me see, it's about this length. A little bit longer, but close to it. And then all you're going to do is kind of have a little curved part at the top and put the ends on the roof at the back part. And then you're just going to tape them down. And then trim that. And then there you have it. Okay, see you later.